How many kind of questions can you see here? ¿Cuántos tipos de preguntas pueden ver acá?
Three.
Three. Which ones?
Did the question that starts with D, that starts with the verb to be, WH question.
Okay, yes. We have, in English, we have two kind of questions, but we can add the WH question word or not. Okay, and today we are going to check a little bit about this. I want you to take notes about this, and then I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? Let's see. It says questions in the past. We have two kind of questions. The first one is the one with the verb to be. The question starts with was or were, right? And the second kind of question is the one that starts with did. And we use this kind of question with the rest of the verbs, okay? So we have two different kind of questions in English. One is with the verb to be, and the other is with the rest of the verbs, okay? So, let's see. This is the structure that we use when we are asking questions with the verb to be, okay? So we have the verb to be at the beginning. Of course, the verb to be is in the past, could be was or were. And then we have the subject and the complement of the question, okay? And we have this structure when we are using any other verb. Cuando estamos utilizando cualquier otro verbo que no sea el verbo to be, utilizamos esta estructura, okay? For example, did, the subject, the base form of the verb, and the complement. So these are the two different structures for questions in the past, okay? If you want, you can add the W question word here before did and before the verb to be. I'm going to show you an example, okay? So here we have at home. Okay, what kind of question with the verb to be can you ask with this? At home. What can you ask? ¿Qué podrían preguntar? Una pregunta con el verbo to be en el pasado, pero que tenga esto, at home.
Were you at home?
Were you at home? Okay, very good. Yes, could be. So we can say, were you at home yesterday? Remember when we are talking about the past, we have these past expressions, and these past expressions helps us to realize that we are talking about the past, right? So, were you at home yesterday? And if I want you to add a WH question word, what can we say? Si quiero añadirle una WH question word a esta pregunta, ¿cómo podría decirle?
What were?
What can we say?
What time were you at home yesterday?
Okay, very good. I'm going to write the first one and then you have to tell me the next one, okay? It says, what time? This is a WH question word, right? And we are going to write the next part. What time were you at home yesterday? Very good. Any other question that you can ask? What time were you at home yesterday? ¿Qué otra pregunta podríamos hacer?
Where were you yesterday?
Ok, sí, la pregunta está correcta, pero no estaríamos utilizando todas estas palabras que tenemos acá, ¿cierto? ¿Qué más podríamos decir?
Teacher, no sé si está bien. What were you doing at home yesterday?
What were you doing at home yesterday? Okay, your question is correct, but you are using the past continuous, right? And in this lesson, we are learning about the past simple. Okay, another question that we can ask would be, let's see here, why were you at home yesterday? Okay, what, why, or who were you at home yesterday with? También podría ser otra pregunta. Cualquier tipo de WH question word podríamos adaptarlo a esta pregunta, ¿cierto? Pero siempre tienen que tener en cuenta que la WH question word va antes, ¿ok? De el verbo to be en el pasado. Let's go with the second part. The questions with D. So here we have, it says, the park. What kind of questions can you ask using the park and this structure? What can you say?
Did you play in the park?
Very good. I'm going to write your question. Any other? Did you play in the park? Any other question?
Did you go at the park with your friends?
Did you go to the park? Okay, very good. Any other?
Did you enjoy in the park?
Did you enjoy in the park? Very good. Okay, yes, good questions. And you are following the same structure, right? Did you and the verb, right, in the present form. Very good. So here we have the question. It says, did you go to the park last Sunday? Remember that we use time expressions when we are talking about the past, right? What about if we want to add a WH question word here? What can you say if you want to add a WH question word?
Why did you go to the park last Sunday?
Very good. Yes. Why? Okay. Yes. Podríamos añadírsela acá adelante. Why? Any other WH question word that you can add here? What else can you say?
What did you do in the park last Sunday?
What did you do in the park last Sunday? Any other ideas?
Who did
Who did you go to the park last Sunday?
Who did you go to the, don't forget, let's see if I have this question here. It says, who did you go to the park with? No se olviden que siempre cuando preguntamos con quién, al final siempre debemos poner with. Okay, who did you go with? Who did you watch the movie with? Who did you eat with? Okay, cuando estamos preguntando con quién, siempre al final debemos poner el with. Okay? Very good. So these are the two kind of questions that we are going to use today for our conversations. Okay? So let's see. Do you have questions about this? Any doubts? Any questions? No questions? So I'm going to ask you, okay? So let's see. We are going to ask to, give me a number, please, Anna.
15?
15. Samuel Ayala. How many kind of questions do we have in English in the past?
Where?
How many?
No sé.
You were not paying attention. Give me a number, Samuel.
Number 8.
Ok, tome nota, Samuel, porque necesita saber esto. Fernanda, what about you? How many kind of questions do we have in the past in English? Fernanda?
Yes, teacher.
So, how many questions?
No, sé, teacher.
What happened, guys? I have just explained this. How many questions do we have? Do you know? If you know, you can raise your hand. Here we have Nisa, please. How many questions do we have here?
We can use was, were, and did.
How many?
Was, were,
How
and
many?
did.
Cuando yo pregunto how many, ustedes me tienen que decir un número. How many?
2 forms.
2. We have 2 different kind of questions. Okay. Yes, very good. Thank you. So, what is the difference between these 2 kind of questions? What is the difference between these 2 kind of questions? Nisa, give me a number, please.
7.
7. Let's see for Janine.
Was we use with I, he, she, it, and were you with they.
Yeah. Okay, but I am asking you, what is the difference between the 2 kind of questions? We have 2 kind of questions, right? One and the other. So what is the difference? Luciane, what about you?
Teacher, the difference is in the first we use the verb to be, was and were. In the other, we use did for the other verbs.
Very good. Yes, we have these 2 different kind of questions. With the first one, we use the verb to be. And with the other kind of question, we need to use the auxiliary verb did and any other verb except the verb to be. No podemos utilizar did con el verbo to be. Recuerden eso, okay? Thank you. What else can I ask you? What about the WH question word? Give me a number, please, Luciane.
Number 5.
Number 5. Nayeli, what about the WH question word? What can we do with this WH question word? Nayeli? ¿Qué no entendió? I can't hear you very well. Let's go to another person. Braham, please tell me, what can we do with the WH question word?
We can use in the 2 kind of questions.
Can you speak a little bit louder? No puedo escucharlo muy bien.
We can use in the kind of sentence of questions.
It's not clear. I guess it's your internet connection. Liliana, please.
We can use at the beginning of the question.
Yes, we can use the WH question word at the beginning of the question, right? Okay, very good. So, here I have a question. It says, let's see here. We have 2 different kind of pronunciations and intonations in these kind of questions, okay? So, what do you think is the answer for this question? Vamos a retroceder un poquito. Okay, what is the answer for this question? Vamos a retroceder un poco más. Yeah, this one. Were you at home yesterday? What is the answer for this question? How can you answer the question?
Yes, I was. Or no, I was.
Yes, I
Yes,
was.
I was.
Or no, I wasn't, right?
I
So
wasn't.
I'm going to write here. Yes, I was. Or no, I wasn't. Okay, so we have these 2 different options here. Okay, very good. So when we have a question and the answer is yes or no, the intonation of the question raised. Okay, por ejemplo, were you at home yesterday? Ok, al final de la pregunta tenemos que hacer una entonación como yendo para arriba. Were you at home yesterday? Ok, cuando la respuesta es sí o no. But let's see here the next question. Why were you at home yesterday? What is the answer for this question? Why were you at home yesterday? ¿Cuál podría ser la respuesta?
Because
Because what?
Because I was sick.
I was seeing a movie.
I was watching a movie. Okay. I was watching a movie in the cinema. Okay, because I was watching a movie in the cinema. As you can see here, the answer is longer. Okay, la respuesta es larga. Por esa razón, la entonación de esta pregunta no va para arriba, sino que va para abajo. Por ejemplo, were you at home yesterday? Were you at home yesterday? No, es were you at home yesterday? Ok, entonces hay estos dos tipos de pronunciación cuando ustedes van a hacer una pregunta. Cuando la respuesta de la pregunta es sí o no, la entonación va para arriba. Pero cuando la respuesta es larga, no es necesario. La entonación de la pregunta va para abajo. Ok, vamos a practicar un poco de eso en su libro. Let's see here. Here we have. It says, here we have exactly the same, right? The questions with the verb to be and the questions with any other verb, with did, right? Exactly the same. Let's see the intonation. It says, intonation in questions. Listen to the questions. Do they have raising or falling intonation at the end? Okay, vamos a escuchar y ustedes van a hacer una flechita si ustedes piensan que la entonación sube o si una flechita para abajo si piensan que la entonación baja. ¿Ok? Pay attention.
1. Did you enjoy school? 2. Were you a good student? 3. Did you study music in school? 4. Where did you go to college? 5. What was your favorite subject? 6. Why did you study Russian?
Okay, very good. So what do you think? Does the intonation fall or raise in these questions? Number 1, fall or raise?
Race.
Raise, right? What is your answer for this question? What could be the answer? For example, I am going to ask to Marian. Marian, how can you answer to this question? Did you enjoy school?
Sería yes. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Okay, yes, very good. So, como pueden ver, nuestra respuesta aquí puede ser yes or no. Depende de la persona, ¿cierto? Y cuando nuestra respuesta es yes or no, la entonación sube. Let's go to the second one. Were you a good student? What about this one? Raise or fall?
Race.
Raise. How can you answer to this question, Jose Ramiro? Were you a good student?
I studied in Joven Bolivia.
Were you a good student? ¿Era usted un buen estudiante? Were you a good student?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah,
Siempre
mm,
responde con el verbo con el verbo o el auxiliar que tiene adelante. Sería yes, I.
where?
No, yes, I was. Ok, tienen que conjugarlo con la persona, con el sujeto de su oración. Yes, I was. Ok. Como pueden ver, en esta también puede ser sí o no, por eso la entonación sube. Let's go to number 3. Did you study music in school? What is your answer for
Right.
this? Yes, rise. The intonation rise. What is your answer for this one, Indira?
Yes, I was.
Again, please.
Yes, I did.
Okay, yes, I did, right? Siempre respondemos con si nuestra respuesta es corta, respondemos con el auxiliar que tenemos aquí adelante. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Okay? Let's go to the second group of questions. Number 4, please. The intonation. Raise or fall?
Oh,
Fall,
Fall.
intonation, fall, right? How do you read this question? Rosa, how do you read the question?
¿Cómo? ¿Dónde, teacher?
La número 4, quiero que la lea, la pregunta número 4.
Where did you go to college?
Ok, pero si se dan cuenta en su pregunta, usted está subiendo college al final. Ok, en realidad la entonación baja. ¿Cómo sería? ¿Alguien la puede leer?
College.
Where did you go to college?
Where did you go to college? Right? Very good. Then we have number 4. Please, what do you think, guys? The intonation, raise or fall? Raise or fall?
Fall.
Fall, right? Okay, how do you read this question? Stick, number 5.
No, no, I don't.
I want you to read the question.
What was your favorite subject?
Ok, pero usted está subiendo su entonación al final. ¿Alguien me puede decir cómo la podemos leer? ¿Cómo sería la pregunta? Let's
What
go.
was your favorite subject?
What was your favorite subject? Right? No es subject, sino es subject. Okay, so what was your favorite subject, Andres, when you were at school?
My favorite subject was physical education.
Physical education. Okay, let's go to the last one, please. Intonation. What about the intonation here? Raise or fall?
Fall.
Fall, right? Very good. How can you read the question, Liliana?
Why did you study Russian?
Why did you study Russian? Very good. Okay, good. So let's continue. Here you have some exercises of questions that I want you to complete on page 128. Okay, so let's go to the page 128. And you have some question here.